A few days ago, a review on TripAdvisor went viral. It was written by a tourist who'd taken a day trip to Barla Lake in Snowdonia, Wales. Now, Snowdonia is a national park and an area of outstanding natural beauty. In fact, Wales itself is a very beautiful country, albeit one that's inhabited by Druids. The Druids were a group of ancient Britons who practiced a pagan religion involving ritualistic animal sacrifice. And that's why the English call the Welsh the Druids. So here is part of the viral review. As the day proceeded, I noted something very worrying. As my friends and family were munching down on a barbecue, I googled directions to the nearest McDonald's and was surprised to find the closest one was 23 miles away. Is it me, or does it seem very worrying, and in Barla there's some sort of food mafia what prevents decent takeaways from opening? So, ignoring all of the grammatical errors, what intrigues me is the use of the word mafia. Because I don't think the Cosa Nostra are controlling catering in Wales. The Godfather would have been a very different film if it had been set in Swansea or Cardiff, because Don Corleone, he'd make you an offer you can't refuse, whereas Don Jones, he'd make you an offer you can't understand, because all the Welsh mafia would be chatting away in English until a stranger entered the room and then they'd switch to Welsh. Yes, Welshists, we all know you do it. And aside from this one half-wit on TripAdvisor, I can't think of anyone who's visited Snowdonia and thought what would improve this area of outstanding natural beauty, what this place needs, is a garish fast food restaurant that would generate shitloads of litter and invite in hordes of hoodie-wearing teenagers throwing fries at one another. And this isn't the only place which has received idiotic reviews on TripAdvisor. So here are some other reviews of popular British tourist destinations, beginning with the Royal Yacht Britannia, the former vessel of Queen Elizabeth II. Got sick on Royal Yacht Britannia today. The water was really choppy. I thought the Queen would have ordered a better boat. Now that's odd, given that Britannia is moored in a harbour which is unaffected by tides, so it's impossible for the water to get choppy. But it continued, really boring, and there wasn't a Costa or McDonald's on board. Won't bother going back. So, the idea that there should be a McDonald's in Snowdonia next to Barla Lake, that pales to insignificance with the idea that there should be a McDonald's on the Royal Yacht, or a Costa Coffee for that matter. The Britannia was a floating fucking palace. I doubt very much that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has an evening meal of a Big Mac and a cappuccino. Next, the Tower of London received this review. It's just four walls and a gate. What were they expecting? Jugglers, arcade machines, a roller coaster? And they added this. The crown jewels aren't nothing. That's a double negative, that doesn't work. The crown jewels aren't nothing special. Looks like cheap jewellery off the high street. I would love to know where they live, that they can buy something akin to the Star of Africa from their local H. Samuels. Next, Belfast's Titanic Museum, and I bloody love it there. But one reviewer didn't. Bored out of my skull, I do not like history at all, so advise not to go, or you will know what boredom is, because if you do, you will know what it is. If they don't like history, then why have they gone to a fucking museum? Westminster Abbey, a World Heritage Site founded in 960 by Benedictine monks, received this review. Just a big church. It's an abbey, the clue's in the name. Full of famous dead people. Long queue to get in, nothing to do. Can't talk loudly in there or do knee slides on the shiny bits. Also no ghosts. Rip off. I am somewhat confused with what the reviewer was expecting, because it's not like Westminster Abbey is famous for its go-kart track and zip lines. Also, generally when people are on their knees in places of worship, it's to pray, not so they can slide on the shiny bits. Finally, one of the most famous historical sites on Earth, Stonehenge, a place steeped in mystery, because no one can be entirely sure why or even how it was built. But one review on TripAdvisor seeks to address this, and by the way it's written, I'm assuming the reviewer is a emeritus professor of history from either Oxford or Cambridge University. Ready? It's just a big heap of stones. Another highly intellectual review of Stonehenge goes thus: I can't believe these rocks haven't been drilled down already. No one cares how the rocks got there. It's just a money-making scheme. Worst trip ever. What is disturbing is that the people who wrote these reviews are walking among us. But something even more disturbing is what I discovered when I went to Stonehenge around 3 years ago. It hasn't got a fucking McDonald's! As ever, thanks for watching. On a day trip to Lake Bala Lake, I'll Google it. About standing there, fuck it. Stonehenge, a place so steeped in mystery, used as to what the review, fuck off. Founded in 960 by Benedictine monks, monks, that's them. Would have been a very different film if it had been set in Llandudno or I don't know how the Welsh say it. Tourist destination is the Tower of... Every fucking day.